Welcome back to Red Glasses Talks. The title today is Identity Found, part number 2. So last time we said that if you want to find your identity, your worth, your value, your significance, then you have to go to what God says about you. And the first thing we said last week you have to have is you've got to believe that God created you. Then today we're going to look at the second thing. You got to believe that the one that made you, that created you, loves you. A basic need in everyone's life is to be loved. There's no human being on the earth that doesn't need to be loved, but there's no human being on the earth that can love someone else perfectly. It's impossible. It will never happen. So therefore, when we come to this second thing that you need to know, you need to understand and believe that the one that made you loves you perfectly, deeply. No one would ever love you like Jesus. No one. No one would ever love you like him. He loves you just like you are, and he's not waiting for you to get better. Now listen to this. He loves you just like you are. He's not waiting for you to get better. He accepts you. Warts, sin, mistakes, and all. He accepts you as you are. But he loves you too much to let you stay like you are, because he has a plan for your life to help you to become all that he wants you to be. When you really know you're loved, you will want him to change you. I remember hearing about a little Sunday school class on Sunday morning. The teacher asked the little kids, how many of you believe God loves you? All the hands went up, waving them. Then she said, how many of you believe that when you do something bad, God loves you? No hands went up. So the point is, no matter what, he loves you. That doesn't mean he loves the things that we do that are wrong. He loves us. He knows how to separate the things that are wrong in our life from his love. He loves us. But so much again that he wants to change us. The Father's got the best plan ever for your life. So a little girl was standing one time in a windowsill. Her mom had put her in her bedroom, and there was a storm outside. So the mom went in just to check on her. Well, she was standing in the windowsill with her little pug nose pushed up against the window, and the lightning was flashing, the thunder was booming, the rain was coming against the window, and the mother said, sweetheart, get down, you're going to get hurt. And the little girl turned around and said, Mama, no. God is just trying to take my picture. That's what he thinks about you. He loves you. He wants your picture. In fact, a buddy of mine said one time, he took out his wallet. He said, when I get to heaven, you get to heaven, if you have your wallet, God has a wallet, and he said, I believe God does have a wallet. He was just kidding a little bit there, but he said, if God has a wallet, he's going to have your picture in it. Your picture is in his wallet, in his heart, on his mind. That's how much. You're never going to find anybody that will love you like that. So Phil, and his family were over somewhere a few years ago, walking down the beach. And this particular day, he was taking a walk by himself to think, and he was a writer and a communicator, speaker, etc. And so as he walked down the beach by himself, he noticed way on down the beach, it looked like a little kid digging in the sand. He had a little bucket and a little shovel, and there was a lady there, either his mother or caretaker. And so when he gets about 10, 15 feet away, the little kid looks up and sees him and drops the shovel, drops the bucket, and runs for Phil. Well, anytime a little kid runs up, most of us adults understand, you get down on one knee and look him in the eye. So Phil goes down. He said he had never seen this kid in his life. But when the kid got right up in front of him, he could recognize that the kid was Down syndrome. So Little kid comes up, puts his arm around Phil and kisses him right on the lips. And the lady came up and she apologized. She said, no. Phil said when he went home that night, he told his wife, he said, I've never been kissed like that before. It really was on his mind for the next 4 or 5 days. He said he'd go to bed at night, he'd think about what was the significance of that kiss from that little Down syndrome boy. Well, God seemed to say to him one night and bring these thoughts to mind. Phil, I'd love to tell you why that experience had such a grip on you. That little boy was a picture of my wild and reckless love for you. The way he looked into your eyes, that's the way I look at you. That beaming smile on his face is how you make me smile. The way he wildly screamed with glee, and that's how I feel about you. The way he held you in his tight embrace is like mine. The way he kissed you only begins to express the love that is in my heart for you. Phil, you can't imagine how great and infinite is the love that is in my heart for you. I am totally crazy about you. I simply can't take my eyes off of you. I love you. No one will ever in your life love you like Jesus. And listen to this. Even if you don't ever come to Jesus and give him your life, even if you reject God and stiff arm him your whole life, he still loves you. Even though you don't love him, and he will never stop loving you. The problem with that is he won't stop loving you, but you're going to miss out on the kind of life he wants you to have now and forever. You willing to take that chance? He will never love you any more, nor any less than he loves you